Okay, so movie night has created quite a stir for Gemma and Luca, and it's over Billy, and Billy's flirting with Gemma, except Luca is blaming Gemma for so-called entertaining the flirting. Now, I just wanted to at first kind of put some context on this and have a discussion around where this started from. And I do believe that in one episode, Gemma and Billy were lounging by the pool on beanbags, and Gemma was explaining to Billy that she wanted him to come back to the villa from Casa Amor. And when he asked why, she said that she thought him and Tasha had something nice, and he began laughing and was giggling and was being quite flirty with her generally. Now, Luca could see the two of them having this discussion and talking whilst he was working out with Ekinsu and Davide, and he did scoff that Billy was someone he'd never kind of worry about, and he laughed and laughed about it almost as if, brushing it off as if, Billy could never be competition. But when it appeared like the two were still flirting and Billy playfully kicked Gemma's beanbag, he said, "Look, I'm not watching this. This is winding me up." And during his confessional, he did say, no one wants their girl to be flirting with another guy. So definitely there's been some tension between him and Billy from that moment. So during movie night now, this has bubbled over tenfold because a clip of Gemma and Billy has surfaced of them in the kitchen, with Billy flirting with Gemma and initiating or asking for a hug or something to that effect. And Gemma said, "Friends don't hug." So she wasn't flirting back with him necessarily. It's arguable. I mean, it's tricky, but I mean, she's not breaking the law. She's allowed to flirt with someone, but it wasn't that serious. But Luca did not like what he saw at all when he watched it. He kind of had a go at Billy. He was a bit annoyed. He felt mugged off that, Billy had been flirting with his girl, but acting like he hadn't been. And he was really peeved off. And then he kind of took it to Gemma and confronted her about what happened. And, he said that, if he wants to effing play it down, or if she wants to effing play it down to me, I'll effing explode. Um, and then he went on to confront her, saying, how would you feel if it was me and a girl there, or if I was entertaining it? Gemma just seemed really annoyed and said, entertaining it by how, And she reiterated that that her and Billy were just friends, or that she said they were just friends. Now, I think this situation has been blown out of control by Luca. It's not necessary. You can just see the kind of surprise on Gemma's face, or just the kind of how incredulous she looks at how kind of unreasonable he's being. And I think there's a lot of displaced anger here. I think that Luca has displaced anger at Billy, and Billy should be the person that, if he wants to confront them, he can. But let's also not act like Gemma's a possession, and that's the problem here as well. He and Gemma, they're not quite an official couple yet. I think they want to be, but she's waiting for her mother's blessing. Who knows if she'll ever get that now, because the way in which he's carrying on, how possessive he's being, who would want their daughter to date someone like that? Who's stormy, doesn't want her speaking to other guys, who's just in her, just gets very jealous, has emotional outbursts. That's not someone you'd want your daughter to be involved with, especially after only knowing her for about a month. This is, I just don't think that this is necessarily the beginnings of a healthy relationship. Guys, honestly, if someone's that possessive with you, you need to tell them to take a step back and kind of rethink your boundaries with that person. Nobody is anybody else's possession, and Luca's being extremely possessive. And not only is he doing that, but then he's confronting Gemma in an aggressive manner about her supposedly flirting with someone else. She's allowed to do it. It's Love Island. They're not married. They didn't even know each other a month ago. But not just that, she actually said friends don't hug. So she actually she actually blew off Billy's kind of flirting advances, and yet he's still angry with her. I just don't understand what he's angry about right now. Maybe he wanted Gemma to tell Billy to just F off outright. He wants her to just blow him off completely. And the fact that she's, entertaining him, because she does share friends with him on the outside. And I think that is a part of their kind of friendly banter, is that they're not friends, but they are friends of friends, and I think they share a best friend or something like that. So of course there's going to be some like coy friendly banter there. And Billy's definitely milking that with Gemma. He knows that, she's a hot person in the house. She's literally at the top of that hierarchy in that villa, and he's aligning himself with her. And rightly so. You kind of would. It's a game. They're contestants. She's powerful. He knows her on the outside, kind of by association. What's the problem? He does. I think Luca's right. Billy doesn't have a chance with Gemma, so I don't know what he's worrying about. But what is worrying is how possessive he's being over this girl. Honestly, if I were her friends, I would be telling her to run for the hills. This man is too possessive. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.